Hello all, my name is Caden and I will be presenting our findings today. We have gathered data pertaining to flu seasons from previous years in an effort to make better predictions with staffing for the upcoming seasons. We looked at two primary sources of data for this report, the first being flu deaths from the CDC, and secondly we looked at population provided by the U.S. Census. While the data sets did come with a few limitations, such as the CDC set reporting suppressed death counts, with such large data sets, these few limitations did not negatively impact our findings as a whole. Now, this report was compiled in an effort to assist with adequately staffing for the upcoming flu season. In the U.S., the flu is seasonal, and during these times, hospitals and clinics need additional staffing. Our objective is to determine when to send staff and how many to each state to help mitigate flu-related deaths. In this report, we will be looking at seasonality, who is vulnerable, and looking at which states will require the most resources. As we can see, between some 70 to 80,000 people die annually from the flu, so appropriately staffing hospitals and clinics has the potential to positively impact many lives. Looking at seasonality, we see a trend where deaths begin to increase in the fall or winter, typically around October, November, peaking in January, and by March, we begin seeing less deaths. This is important because it shows us the months that will require additional staffing. Next, we looked at which groups were the most vulnerable. Looking at the bar graph, we see that children under 5 and individuals 65 years in age or older are most susceptible to flu-related illnesses and flu-related deaths. Additionally, if you are 85 years of age or older, you are almost 4 times as likely to die from the flu than the next group. However, just because a state has larger pockets of high-risk individuals, it does not mean that there will be more flu-related deaths. Using Florida as an example, we can see here that Florida's population is around 20 million and has around 3,300 flu-related deaths. In comparison, New York has a slightly smaller population, however, they do have more flu-related deaths. And Florida has one of the oldest populations in the country. Unfortunately, there's not enough data to fully understand why this is the case, since typically population is the biggest indicator to how many flu-related deaths a state will experience, but we theorize it could be weather-related or due to vaccination rates, or perhaps a combination of both. As stated, we can say that with 95% certainty that there is a strong correlation between population and flu-related deaths. We see here that as population increases, so too do flu-related deaths. To conclude, we know to expect more cases between January and March, and we know which groups are considered high risk. Using the projection, we can see which states will be experiencing the most deaths. They are New York, Texas, Pennsylvania, Illinois, and Ohio. We should focus resources there and to other states with large populations, such as California and Florida. Additionally, we could allocate additional staffing to states with larger pockets of high-risk individuals in an effort to increase vaccination among them. Thank you for your time.